All right, let's go to events, YEC, and head down to which rulebook are we looking at? Re-engineering. Every rulebook has the same format. So as you go through these sections, you'll realize that they're the same sections in every book. This is only to help you readers know exactly where to get which information you would like to know from every rulebook. All right, let's head down to the table of contents, section 1, description and objective. You can read through this. Basically, re-engineering is the act of taking something that exists, a product, a technique, technology, something that exists, and you improve its design. You add some functionality to it so that it suits an alternate situation. So last year, for example, one of the cases, one of the challenges was that we took the toothbrush and we decided we needed to improve it for people with motor functioning disabilities. So for example, if you have Parkinson's. Now, the challenge isn't just one challenge. In re-engineering, there are two challenges. So one of them is presented to you before the competition even starts, before the orientation even starts. So that case will be presented, will be made public right after the deadline of application. The second case is presented right after the orientation and before the development phase of the competition starts. Let me elaborate more as I go down. Team composition, you must have 2 members for your team. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, section 2.0, competition details, tell you some resources, the people that will be there. Deliverables, this is the section you are interested in. Every team needs to submit a report. When do they submit this report? Well, let's go to the re-engineering competition here. On October 24th, the orientation starts at 11:30, ends there, and then you have this period to develop your solution and your presentation. You must complete it before 5:30 and submit it. Submit what? A report. The details of the report are written here. For example, Times New Roman font, 12 point, those details. The second thing you need to submit is a presentation. The presentation is what you will present the next day with regards to your report. Both the presentation and the report are marked, and the rubric is below. I'll get to that later. All right, let's keep going. And this is the timeline. For the timeline, the first thing you need to notice is the application submission. It needs to be handed in. You need to have your team registered. Your application submission, your team registration needs to be done by this date, October 21st at 11:59 p.m. midnight. Anything significantly late, no, you won't take it. You won't be accepted into the competition. Then we have phase 2, which is the competition briefing, which is the orientation right here and the introduction. Basically, on October 24th at 11:30, you join the Zoom call, we join the Zoom call, the judges might join, and basically we present to you how the competition is going to happen, how is the development phase going to happen, how is the presentation going to happen, and then you guys ask us questions and we clarify. So then that's just the part of the competition where we explain how things are going to happen. Right after the briefing is the design development. So case 2 will be released right after the orientation. Case 1, like I said, was released right after the deadline date of the competition. Case 2 is released right after the orientation right here. During the development phase, you will work on the second case. You can work on the first case if you like, but you will work on the second case. And by the end of that design development phase, you have to submit both your cases. Both your cases need to be submitted by this time right here, 5:30 p.m. If for whatever reason you submit significantly late, your cases, your presentations, whatever you submit is invalid. Your reports and your presentations, they are invalid and you will not present the next day. You are disqualified if you submit late. Now phase 4, presentations, which is the next day, 4 to 7 p.m. You can see that here as well. 4 to 7 p.m. you will have 5 minutes to set up your presentation. So you join the Zoom call, you have 5 minutes to set up your presentation. Then you have 10 minutes to actually present to the judges. There's 5 minutes for questioning periods from the judges, and then that's it. That is the entirety of the competition for you. You do nothing more after the presentation is done. You leave, and that's it. The only thing that's left is that the judges will send you the feedback forms, or the competition organizers will send you the feedback forms after the competition, after a few days. And we'll also announce who the winners are. All right, section 4.0 is the challenge. You currently cannot see the challenge because we haven't released it yet. Case 1 will be released after phase 1 deadline hits. Case 2 is released at the time of after the orientation. Both of them will be available here. So if you open the rulebook, you can see them in real time. Then Let's go to section 5.0. This is evaluation. You can read through a bit of the description here. Section 5.3 is what you're interested in. This is the rubric, the scoring guidelines, and whatever you present, whatever report you make is going to be judged based on these criteria. So make sure to look at these and pay attention to what exactly the penalties are too, so that you can maximize the points you get and win. I think that covers the gist of what the re-engineering competition is. I hope you guys have a good learning experience in this competition. I hope you guys have fun, and good luck to you guys.